And welcome back to the show. Well, now we're going to do something different because you might remember a while ago, Harley and I talked about the fact that I had been writing a Christmas theatre production called The Journey King of Kings. And everything is locked into place and it is going to be debuting on Christmas Eve. So, to do things a little bit different, I can't interview myself about it. Normally we would have the writer or director or star of a show on this program as a guest. So Lee is going to interview me as the writer and director of The Journey King of Kings to talk about how you can come along and check out this production that the team has been able to put together.
Well, let's start at the very beginning. Can you give us an overview of the production?
Yeah, so basically this tells the story, the Christmas story, through the eyes of what are commonly referred to as the wise men. Over the years, historians have actually been able to work out who they believe these wise men are, because the three wise men that are often referred to when the biblical story is being told, that's actually kind of a myth. There was more than three, and historians have been able to work out who they actually are. So they've been able to work out that, for example, that one was potentially a prince or king of India, another was a king of the area that we would call Syria today. So basically what we wanted to do was go back and work out what would have been going through these men's eyes and through their mind at that time. So we picked 5 of the characters that the historians have been able to pinpoint, and we tell the Christmas story through their ideas, right from the fact that the history books and even the Roman books report that there was a star in the sky at that time. And so we have these 5 men discussing, is it a supernova? Is it a comet? Is it something more? So yeah, we basically tell the Christmas story through the eyes of these 5 wise men who are kings, chief priests, and princes.
Well, our community loves Christmas carols. We can see it with, the Maya Music Bowl selling out year by year, but also our local community, which is Cardinia Shire, just had their carols cancelled. No one's fault at all, but because of bad weather, and this community is really upset about it. Will there be Christmas carols that the community can sing to?
There will be. We've got a great music supervisor for this production, Paul Clement, him and I worked last year to bring the original version of The Journey, which told the Christmas story through the eyes of Mary. Last year we did it, and we kind of did the carols at the end, and we realized that meant that while the audience had a great time during the production, it did feel kind of stilted as far as we were concerned during the production. So this year we've kind of followed like what some of the productions like A Christmas Carol and that have done previously in the past, and we've actually incorporated carols that everybody will know within the actual story, and we're encouraging people to sing along. So yes, the cast and the choir will be singing at different times, but we're encouraging the audience to sing along at that time. So for Cardinia Shire that had their carols washed out, this will be a great opportunity for people to be able to come along and not only sing for carols, but also get a theatre production as part of it as well.
On a personal note, what inspires you to write about a historic event that happened over 2,000 years ago?
I've always been fascinated by history, and especially history surrounding things that are in the Bible but are quite often misbelieved by people, I guess might be the right word to use. Like, we always see Christmas productions and things like that where they have the 3 wise men in the manger, and like I said before, there actually was more than 3 wise men. They never went to the manger. At the time that Jesus was being born in the manger. They were only just spotting the star. So, yeah, that is kind of all misbelieved. So I guess one of the reasons I wanted to do this was that I wanted to tell the true story of the wise men and what it would have been like for them through what I've learnt through the history books.
Well, an important question. Where is the event being held and at what time on Christmas Eve?
Yep, so like we said, it's on at Christmas Eve. It's on at Berwick Grammar School, which is at 80 Tivendale Road in Officer. The actual festivities start at 12 o'clock. We thought one of the really fun things that we did last year was having a sausage sizzle and a time for people to meet up and catch up with their families outside the actual theatre where it's being held. So we're going to turn the outside of the theatre into the streets of Bethlehem, in a sense. So we're going to have lots of food and activities for the kids. The cast are going to be out there mixing with people as well. So we wanted to make it a real kind of Christmas party kind of vibe. One of the things we found out when we were looking through the history books was that we always learn about how Mary and Joseph were really stressed when they arrived at Bethlehem, but the rest of Bethlehem, as someone put it to me the other day, would have been like schoolies. Everybody was there for this census that was happening at that time, so it would have been a party town. People would have been meeting up with their family and stuff like that, so we decided we wanted to bring that vibe to the outside of the production. So when people are meeting their family outside at 12 o'clock, there'll be stuff going on, but then the actual production will start at 1 p.m.
Now, do you have to book or can you just show up? And also, what is it going to cost me to go to the production?
Okay, so you don't have to book. You can just show up at 80 Tivendale Road on Christmas Eve. We do recommend that you get there early because last year we did actually fill the venue. So we do recommend, if you're just going to show up, to turn up early. And it doesn't cost anything, actually. This is a free event that we're putting on for the community. So yeah, we're very much going to be part of the community with what we're doing.
Well, it sounds exciting. It sounds intriguing. And I encourage everyone to come along on Christmas Eve. It's an afternoon as well, so if you have Christmas plans at night, you can still make time to come in the afternoon. It is in Officer, the suburb of Officer, which is in the Cardinia Shire, not far from Pakenham, or Berwick. It's kind of in the middle of either side. So we invite you to come along, and it's going to be a great time.
Definitely, and like we said, there's like a bunch of professional people involved with this before. Like, I know this sounds hard saying it, but I have written plays professionally that have been put on over the years, and we've also got Ash O'Lynn and her team doing the set design and prop building, and very, very gifted musician in Paul Clement doing the music supervising. And we should say, Lee, that you are part of the singing group or choir that's part of it as well. So yeah, it's not just the Subculture team that have been working on this. It's been an all-round effort, and it's coming together very, very nicely. So we would love to see you at Berwick Grammar School, at the theatre there in 80 Tivendale Road, Officer, from 12 p.m. on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And it's not going to go late. We're hoping to wrap up about 2 o'clock. So if you want to come along and then go and spend time with family afterwards, or go to carols by candlelight, you can do all of that on the same day on Christmas Eve. But we would love to see you at the Journey, King of Kings, Christmas Eve, 12 o'clock at 80 Tivendale Road, Officer.